Welcome to Your Yes Filled Life. I'm Brenda Winkle, energetic leadership guide, psychic medium, and somatic coach for ambitious leaders who know their gifts are real and who want to stand fully in them. Here, you'll learn how to trust your intuition, embody your vision, and step into the freedom you've been craving, all without chasing more certifications or carrying stuff that does not belong to you. Every week, I'll share powerful practices and conversations with thought leaders and changemakers that help you transform your vision into embodied confidence, claim your gifts without apology, and lead with both clarity and freedom. Because your gifts aren't cute, they're powerful, they're real, and they're needed. Start today by downloading my free energy audit at brendawinkle.com/audit. It's the exact tool I use to track what's fueling me and what's draining me. It will help you discern between that hit of achievement and true joy so that you can lead with more clarity and impact. This is your space to stop proving, start embodying, and live fully in your gifts. Welcome to Your Yes-Filled Life. Hello and welcome to Your Yes-Filled Life. I'm Brenda Winkle, energetic leadership guide, psychic medium, intuitive, and somatic guide. Today's episode is for anyone who's feeling the intensity of the season. Not only are we approaching the holidays, but it's also Mercury Retrograde as we record this in November of 2025. So whether you're listening in November of 2025 or some other time, this episode is going to really help you to access and trust your intuition, whether it's a busy season like the holidays or some other busy season of your life. This episode is going to be for you. Why? Because when things get really busy, things get loud. It feels loud. Emotions are high. Old patterns get activated and people are spiraling left and right. Maybe you're one of those people spiraling. And then energetic boundaries start to kind of go by the wayside without us even noticing. And before you know it, you are in a spiral of self-doubt, wondering if you should continue on the path that you're on, probably feeling a massive sense of imposter syndrome, talking about how there's people more qualified to do the work that you want to do. And then you start to talk yourself out of the thing you really want to do, saying, oh, you know what? Never mind, I've got this full-time job, or never mind, my husband makes enough to bring in our income, or never mind, this just probably isn't a line for me. I guess I'll settle back into retirement. So here's the thing. None of those things are true. That is your nervous system, your brain's way of keeping you safe. And add into it all of the energetic components of Mercury retrograde and the emotions that come with this particular time of year, whether you're listening during the holidays or not. And by the way, share this episode with somebody you care about, because I'm telling you, we are all feeling it, myself included. I am not immune to the energies around us by any means. But here's the truth. Your intuition is still communicating with you, even when things feel loud and chaotic. You might just need some help in translating what's happening. So today I'm going to help you reconnect with your intuition during this chaotic time of year. And again, it doesn't matter whether you're listening in November 2025 or some other time down the road. This will help you to clearly, gently, and without overthinking, access your intuition. And I'm going to teach you one incredibly simple way to start honoring one of your intuitive abilities. And I'll give you a teaser for something deeper. Now, let's first start by taking a deep breath and just grounding in. So, the holidays activate a lot. We have past histories, we have family dynamics, we have expectations. Many of us that are intuitive and empathic have history as people pleasers. And so some of those types of behaviors can come around again. We have old wounds. We're carrying an immense emotional load and we have energetic overwhelm. And when your nervous system is activated in this way, it's easy to feel like you've lost access to your intuition. You can't trust your decisions. Everything just feels loud, like you just want it to stop. And you find yourself reacting instead of responding. But nothing's wrong. Nothing has gone wrong here. Your intuition didn't disappear. You haven't suddenly lost all the qualifications. Activation just turns up the volume on everything else. It brings up to the surface the things that need healing and love and attention. And so this is a beautiful opportunity to offer yourself some grace and compassion as we do that. Now, your intuition is still, I said that really weird. Your intuition is still right here. You may just not be able to see it or hear it or feel it or know it as clearly right now. So let's create a little bit of space so you can. Okay. So if it's safe for you to do so right now, I would invite you to inhale deeply and make a loud external sigh. By loud, I don't mean like volume loud, but so you're actually hearing the sound of your own voice. So inhale deeply and sigh out the exhale audibly. And then I invite you to relax your jaw, maybe wiggling it back and forth a couple of times sideways. I'll do that right now. Oh, that feels good. And now, invitation to open and close your mouth a few times. I'll do that too. Oh, so if you're watching me over on YouTube, you can see I'm doing this right with you. Maybe you want to bring some touch and just gently press on the part where the jaw connects to your skull. A lot of times that can have a really tension, tender kind of feeling. So, invitation to give your body, yourself, the touch that you need to help release some of this. And now, invitation to roll your shoulders back and down 3 times, and on the third shoulder roll back, allow them just to drop into place. Maybe even one more sigh would feel good. In fact, let's do a couple of grounding anti-anxiety breaths. Let's inhale for a count of 4 and exhale for a count of 6. And we'll do that 3 times. Here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let your natural breath return. If you're able to, invitation to put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly, just grounding into this moment with what I call a little heart hug. That feels better. Now, invitation to ask yourself, what's my intuition trying to tell me today? Don't search for a full sentence or a vision, although that might happen, but just notice a feeling, a truth, a sensation, a pull, a knowing, a whisper, a sense. That's your intuition speaking. It's never left you. It just needs a clear path. And when your nervous system is activated, it just feels really hard to feel that. Okay. Little adjustment of my own clothing here. If you're watching the YouTube video. Anyway, here we go. So, most people don't realize this, but the most common intuitive ability isn't actually seeing, clairvoyance, or hearing, clairaudience. It's knowing. That's claircognizance. And the intuitive truth hit shows up as, I just know. This feels right. Ooh, something's off. I can't explain it, but. And you've probably had this your whole life. You just didn't know it was a gift, and you probably didn't know it was actually part of what we consider to be one of the 6 clairs. The 6 clairs are your 5 senses plus knowing. So the 5 senses, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, feeling. And so that would be clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairaudience, that's really hard for me to say, clairgustance, and clairsentience, the feeling. If you're into somatic work, I guarantee you have some clairsentience going on. But this claircognizance is just the art of knowing. And this week during the holidays, when energy gets really loud, this is the intuitive channel that people tend to override the fastest. So today, I'd love to offer you a very simple way to begin to strengthen your claircognizance. So, the first thing I'd like you to do when you're getting ready to respond to something is to insert a pause. Just a tiny pause, even a 3-second pause. You can just use it to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Buy yourself a moment to think and then ask yourself, what feels true for me right now? And then notice what comes up. We are not looking for what should I do? Will this make everyone happy? Will this keep the peace? Is this a polite choice? Nope. Those are not what we're asking. We're only asking, what feels true? And if your body gives you like a yes, it might feel like an opening, an expansion, a little bit of relaxation. It might feel almost like you release something, or you might just get a peaceful, grounded feeling in the body or a quiet knowing. That's claircognizance. Claircognizance is the thing that has you know what recipe people are going to like best. It's how you know how to handle that situation with Uncle Dave and Aunt Teresa, right? It's knowing that you're going to need an extra setting at the table this year because there's going to be one more person that arrives at your meal. That's claircognizance. And you have it. Intuition can be taught. We all have all of the intuitive senses, but for some of us, they come in really strongly, and then we hone how to listen, whether it's listening or seeing or feeling or knowing. We just understand how our intuition is speaking to us. It's a lot like learning a language because somebody can be speaking French to me, but if there are words that they say that I don't understand the English translation for, I may not understand what's being said. But when they say a word that I do understand what it means, all of a sudden I'm like, oh, yes, I know what to do to respond to that. Your intuition is the same way. Learning to speak the language of your intuition is something that is a skill which can be taught. And this week, with all of this chaotic energy around, is the perfect time to practice because life is giving you a lot of little moments to check in with yourself. A lot of us have been taught in overt and subtle ways that we can't trust our intuition. And most of the time, we're taught that by someone who's benefiting from us ignoring our inner knowing. And at the holidays, this comes up a lot because we have family dynamics, we have family history, we have the loss of routine because so many of us have a different schedule over the week of the holidays, whether it means your kids are home from school or you're off for the week or you're working extra for the week, whatever that means. That loss of structure, that loss of routine can amplify all of the doubt. And so as you're noticing all of these things coming up for you, it's a really important time to insert the pause so that you can really access what's happening for you. But then it's also a really important time for you to be connecting with what do you need? What do you need? Do you need rest? Do you need hydration? Do you need connection? Do you need movement? Do you need better nutrition? What do you need? We want to make it really complicated, and it almost never is. It's really like, I need a nap or I need to drink more water. So ask yourself, what do you need? Let me tell you one more tip to not only surviving the chaotic season, but for accessing your intuition. And it has to do with water. You are mostly water. And I want you to think about two things. We're going to talk about how water conducts electricity, and we're also going to talk about how water can be protective. So let's talk about the protective component first. Think about the difference between a grape and a raisin. If you drop a raisin into any liquid, whether it's vinegar or water or soda or oil, it will absorb that liquid and it will kind of plump back up, right? If you drop a grape into any liquid, what's going to happen? Probably nothing. It'll float to the bottom, or it may float on top, I suppose, but more likely it'll float to the bottom. And then it just stays a full plump grape, right? That's the difference hydration makes. So if you're walking through your days dehydrated, even a little bit during these times, you are absorbing energy from other people and other things. And it's probably energy you don't want to be absorbing. So being mindful about your hydration is a really important technique to getting through chaotic times feeling a lot better. And I don't know if you could hear it on the podcast, but I just heard the horn of a fire truck going by, and everything that happens is relevant when I'm tapped into the kind of energy that I'm channeling today. And so there's a warning light that's coming on for you when you're dehydrated. You know what that unique warning light is. Maybe it's that you begin to feel sluggish or tired, or you maybe have a dry mouth or your lips are chapped. If any of those things are happening, it's an indication that you need more hydration. Now, I was with a client in a psychic reading session last week, and we were talking about the importance of hydration at the end of her session. And something came through that was really interesting that I had never said before. And so I'm going to say it here because it made me think, I wonder if more people need to hear this. And that is, you want to drink more water without flooding the kidneys. And so if that means anything to you, take it as it is. What it means to me is consistency, sips throughout the day, no big, like drinking a whole glass of water and then going hours and hours without any water. Like, be consistent, keep yourself consistently hydrated. Okay. I think that that's really important too. Now, the second thing is we know that water conducts electricity. That's the same reason why you're not supposed to use any electrical things around water, like your hair dryer, for example. You don't blow dry your hair when you're in the shower because of the water would make it unsafe because of the amount of electricity it conducts. Which is also to say, since you're so much water, one of the best things you can do to amplify your intuition is make sure that you're hydrated, because the energy that's coming through that you're channeling is going to move so much more easily through your system. You'll be more receptive to the energy that's coming through if you are well hydrated, which is going to make you feel like you have more agency and more power. And really, that's the thing that's missing during the holidays for so many people. We feel like we've lost our sense of agency, we've lost our sense of personal power because we all turn some version of 13 again over the holidays, especially if you've not done any internal family systems work and really tended to those child parts or those protector parts. It's so easy to go back into the same energetic dynamic. And I know it seems almost too simple to be true, but drinking water and being hydrated is going to create a little bit of an energetic buffer so that you can tend to those parts, those child parts and protector parts, give them what they need. And if you want to do deeper work on this, this is a big part of what I do inside my private coaching. We work on these parts, giving them the love and attention that they need so that they stop running the show and you won't turn 13 at the family dinner table anymore. Trust me, I know. I lived as a 13-year-old over multiple Thanksgivings until I started doing this work on my own. Now, if this hits for you, if you've enjoyed learning about intuition, even this little piece that I'm offering today, I have an invitation for you. If something in your chest lifted a little bit more easily today while you listened, or you've been wanting to feel clearer on your intuition, then I'm going to invite you into something very exclusive, very special, and brand new. It's something I've never done before and I may not do again. It's called Improve Your Intuition in 6 Weeks. It's a high touch, application only program to activate your clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance with clarity and safety. This is for you if you want to stop second guessing your intuition, receive intuitive messages more clearly, feel confident in what you're sensing and seeing and hearing and knowing, to strengthen your intuitive channels. So if you want to feel safe accessing your gifts, this is for you. And if you want to learn to better understand your own intuitive language, this is for you. This is not a course. This is a curated, intuitive development container where I teach you live how to see, hear, feel, and trust your intuition with clarity and confidence. It's by application only because this work is very sensitive and this group needs to be aligned and energetically compatible. The investment is $2,500 and there's a 6-month payment plan available. If your intuition is whispering, oh, this is for me, I would be honored to read your application, and I'll put the application and information in the show notes. As you move through this holiday season, remember your intuition does not go quiet when life goes loud. It's still there. It just needs a grounded place inside you to land. Your intuitive gifts are real. You're not imagining them. You are not making it up. You may need help translating them into something that you can understand. And that's what Improve Your Intuition in 6 weeks is designed to help you do. If you feel called to deeper intuitive development, I hope you'll apply. With so much love, you've got this. Keep going. Keep going with your practices that you already are using, your breath work, your somatic releasing, your journaling, listening to uplifting music and uplifting podcasts. You've got this. Keep going. If you enjoyed this episode, would you please share it with somebody who you think might benefit? Because, like I said at the very beginning, we're all feeling this energy right now. It's intense, and we'll get through it together. Bye for now. Until next time.